Black panda. She looks like she fell into water daily. Who benefited when all the fire went to Sujaya Parvati's body? Watch whatever you want, support whichever channel you want, but before you type that next comment on a woman's face, body, color not enough for an anchor. Black panda. She looks like she fell into water daily. After saying this, nobody will respect this channel. These are not screenshots from a troll page. These are real comments written by real people under the launch video of a brand new 24/7 Malayalam news channel. A channel walks in, promising accurate, fast, fearless journalism without fear or favor. A responsible Malayalam news space you can trust. But within hours, the loudest conversation online is not about its journalism. It's about one woman's skin tone, one woman's body, her face on top of a bus and wiping. And this is not just a Kerala problem. In the US, when news anchor Carissa Cordell appeared on screen, news didn't debate just her reporting. They went after her weight, her body, her looks. She had to turn that into content just to survive in the industry. America or Kerala, when a channel is confused about its own identity, the easiest punching bag becomes the woman on the screen. I'm Chandni from the Unmasked. Today, we are going to check the real versus record on Big TV's launch. The promises they made, the show that they actually gave us, and the one question nobody is honestly asking: what made so many people choose her body as the target instead of the channel as the problem? Let's put the promises and the first impressions side by side. On one side, heavy words: fearless, fast, accurate, 24/7 news, responsible journalism, trust, truth, people first. In a Malayalam media market already overflowing with logos, that is a big, bold claim. You are telling viewers, leave what you know and come to us. We are different. That is what they say. On the other side, the first thing many Malayalis actually see on YouTube is this: a bright, big TV bus rolling into wiping. Anchors standing on top shouting slogans, hyping the crowd, selfie style energy, fish market shots, laughter, feel good vibes. More like a festival roadshow than the opening scene of a serious news channel. Is a community show wrong? No. Channels across the world do cheerful outdoor programs, people connect segments, feel good mornings, but timing is everything. If you promise fearless journalism, then show a road show as your very first public impression. You are creating a clash inside the audience mind. The poster is one thing, the product is something else. Now add one more ingredient to that clash: our existing expectations. Malayalis have watched decades of launches. Usually, at least one senior editor or face of the channel looks into the camera and says, "This is our line on truth. This is how we will handle elections. This is how we will cover scams. Or this is what you can hold us accountable for." Here, that clarity was missing. The bus shouted, the slogans shouted, but the spy stayed silent. And into that silence, the algorithm and the comment section rushed in. YouTube doesn't reward them. It rewards reaction. The fastest reactions were not about editorial policy, not about political funding, not about media ethics. The fastest reactions were about the easiest visible target: one anchor's face, one anchor's body, one anchor's color under the harsh coastal light. Scroll through the comments and you can clearly see why this exploded. The disappointment with the launch format is this: really a news channel or just a show? The confusion: where is the journalism you promised? And then, slipping underneath that genuine criticism, the oldest poison: her color is not enough for an anchor. She looks like dried fish. Studio versus outdoor split screens calling her Black Panda. That's where real versus record becomes important. Real is what went viral. The memes, the shots, the cyber-set comparisons of her studio looks versus her wiping look, the body-shaming reels cutting her frames only from a 40-minute show and turning them into a cheap content. Record is what actually happened: a risky outdoor setup, mid-ray coastal sun, moving bus, bad camera settings, weak production design, and a channel strategy that put one woman's face in the direct line of fire without any editorial shield. Any anchor standing on an open bus in that kind of heat, with that lighting, that lens, that makeup, will look different from a controlled AC studio with soft lights and HD cameras. This is not a moral failure. This is just physics and production. But instead of asking who decided this was a smart launch format, we acted like her face itself was the problem. Think about the power structure here. Who wrote the copy that promised fearless journalism? Who approved the launch budget? Who decided that the first taste of big TV should be a road bus show, not a clear editorial address? Who benefited when all the fire went to Sujaya Parvati's body instead of to big TV strategy? None of these people are in the comment section taking his, she is.
മേക്കപ്പെട്ടാലും ഇല്ലെങ്കിലും ഞാൻ തന്നെയല്ലേ, നിങ്ങൾ തന്നെയല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് നേരം നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെ തുടരാം. നാളെ നമ്മളതൊക്കെ പരിഹരിച്ചിട്ട് വരികയും ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പോൾ എന്നെ കളിയൊക്കെ നോക്കേണ്ട, എലി വെള്ളത്തിൽ വീണ പോലെ ആയി എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് എന്നെ എലി എന്ന് വരെ വിളിച്ചു.
And this is where responsibility as viewers comes in. We absolutely have the right to say this launch is confused. We absolutely have the right to ask, where is the journalism you promised? We absolutely have the right to roast weak format choices, chaotic war coverage, outdated tech, poor screen quality that looks like old Doordarshan. But the moment we shift from your work is not good enough to your body is not good enough, we stop questioning power and start punching down. Big TV's record, from what we can see, is this: big slogans, heavy branding, emotional lines, but hope and happiness, a fragile infrastructure operating out of older setups, and a launch that prioritized noise over clarity. This is a fair game for criticism. That is where orchestra should hit hardest. But our read as a society became, let's rip apart a women's looks because the channel disappointed us. That's not justice, that is displacement. So what actually make people react like this? 1. Expectation versus experience. The gap between fearless journalism and the bus show was too wide. I can understand. 2. Lack of a clear editorial introduction. Nobody from the top looked us in the eye and said, this is our line, hold us to it. No. 3. A platform trained to boost outrage. Body shaming comments are easy to write, easy to like, easy to share. Put those three together and you get exactly what we saw. The institution escapes. The individual bleeds. This is not about saying, don't criticize big TV, criticize harder. Question deeper. Ask who is funding them, what their political alignments are, how they will cover the next election, whose voices will they amplify or silence. That is the real media criticism. But body shaming an anchor for bad production design is not bravery, it is a cover dressed up as humor. Going forward, Big TV has two choices. Either continue hiding behind colorful buses, feel-good slogans and the convenient shield of an anchor absorbing all the hate. Or step up, admit that the launch was a miscalculation and start proving day after day that they actually deserve the words accurate, fast, fearless that they throw at us in their campaign. And we as viewers also have two choices. Either keep feeding an algorithm that rewards cruelty towards women's bodies or redirect that same sharpness to where it actually hurts. The boardrooms, the editorial rooms, the strategy desk where the decisions are made. Ask yourself honestly, is my anger punching up or am I just helping powerful institutions hide behind the women they put on the screen? Either it is women or men. Whoever. At the Unmasked intent, our line is clear. We will always go after the work, the impact, the propaganda, the strategy. We will not clap of body shaming, colorism or cheap personal attacks, even when they are pointed at people we disagree with. That is not the justice system we are trying to build in this country. Watch whatever you want, support whichever channel you want, but before you type that next comment on a woman's face, body or color, ask just one simple question. Am I exposing a scam in the system or am I making it easier for the real decision makers to hide? The choice is yours. And see you in the next one.